My name is Crystal, and we're here today to talk with two groups, one of women affected by domestic violence, and the other is the Jant family who lost their mother and wife to breast cancer. We have teamed up to bring a fashion show together in hopes to raise money for a women's battered shelter in Monroe, North Carolina, and to donate the rest to breast cancer research. I'm here today with Ms. Nita, Kiara, which is her daughter, and Tiffany. Thanks for having me here, guys. So tell me a little bit about the relationship that you had.
The relationship that I had. I guess it was a relationship. It started out sweet. Met him at a little drive-in that we all hung out at, and it went from there. Like almost from the beginning of the relationship, I'll say a month later is when the control started. With the I can't go with my friends, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then it went from me, as they say, not doing what he say, to the physical abuse, which was the first time he put his hands on me. He put his hands around my throat at my mom's house, but nobody saw it but me, of course, because I was. And it went on from there. But you know, every time, the first time it happened, like say, he cried, apologized, it'll never happen again, take you out to eat. It happens again and again and again, and I stayed in a relationship for 7 years, going through that for 7 years, because I had 2 kids by this man, and I was raised with a mother and a father, not in an abusive relationship, but I wanted to raise my kids with a mother and a father in their life, but it didn't work out that way because I couldn't keep going, putting them through and myself through being abused physically, emotionally, and verbally, because it got to a point where my oldest daughter, who's not here, he started emotionally abusing her, not putting his hands on her, but emotionally. And then, I'm not going to say physical with Kiara, but I remember a time when he sat her, because we were potty training her, in front of the TV with people in the house on her pot, and told her she couldn't get up till she used it. We got people coming in and out the house. She fell asleep on the potty. So, you know, I was there 7 years. And then I finally moved to Charlotte. After got back into the relationship, and it started being abusive again. I could never hold another relationship because of that man. I get involved with somebody, he come around, it's no relationship. So I moved to Charlotte on a whim. I lived out of my car, the trunk of my car, till I found my own place for my kids. And he would start calling me in Charlotte over the phone, verbally abusing me and threatening me that if I don't bring his kids back, what he's gonna do to me. So it never ended. And I remember the last thing I said to him when I was moving my stuff out of the house, it was the dumbest thing I could ever say. It was, if you want us to stay, we will. But that was my
Do
relationship.
you regret saying that now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Ms. Tiffany?
It's a similar story. Met him one night while I was out with my friends, and he wanted to take me out to dinner. So we went out, and he just was sweet and affectionate, and next thing you know, a month later, he was moving in. And after he moved in, he was also alienating me from my friends and family, and going through my phone and calling me at work all the time to make sure I was there. And then he started getting physically abusive, and I remember the first time it happened, we went out and I caught him talking to another girl, and because I questioned him, when I got home, I got punched in the face and just continuously beat, and I didn't know when it was going to end. I thought I was going to die, choking me. And after it happened, He says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Went upstairs and got the kids and took me to the hospital. And I had to sit in the hospital with my children looking at me like that. And he told the police that somebody broke in the house and did that. And I told them that he did it, and he was arrested. And I went and bailed him out a couple days later because I was scared. If I left him there, he'd be outraged when he got out. So this just went on for about a year and a half, and I finally got up the nerve to leave because I was afraid that he was gonna start getting abusive with my children. And I basically had to disappear, move to a different side of town, change my phone number, change my email address, because when he couldn't get in contact with me, I was getting threatening emails. He was gonna go kill my mom. And I was even scared to get a restraining order. So I just kind of had let it play itself out, and eventually he stopped trying to contact me.
So how's your life now compared to where it was with him?
For the longest time, I blamed him for my life being like that because I felt like it was perfect before and I lost everything. But now that I think about it, I don't regret it because it made me into the woman that I am, and my life is even more better.
What about you?
What?
How's your life today than it was with him?
Well, it taught me to be more cautious as far as meeting men, and I'm married today, and I can say he made me the woman that I am today because he made me start trusting men because I didn't trust men or relationships. I can be myself around him, whereas I couldn't around that one because you're always on your guard of what he's going to do. So I'm not going to say that he made me what I am today because he didn't, but my husband did.
Kiera, how did it affect you?
I'm angry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that it affected me a lot because I'm always angry. I'm always suspicious. I'm always,
She's overly protective.
yeah. So it not only affects the adults, it affects the kids too. And kids don't forget anything. And I haven't forgot anything. But because of it, I'm always, my guard is always up with any and everybody. I don't trust anybody. I'm trying to work on it, but it affects us.
If you had any advice to give young women, what would you tell them?
Look for the warning signs, the red flags. And if you feel that something's not right, it's not right. And get out of it. Just that simple. If you can feel it, then it's not right.
What about you, Ms. Tiffany?
I would say the exact same thing, and if it is early on, and I just want people to know that there are people there to help you, so don't be scared. There are resources, you just have to look into it, because you don't have to stay, you can always get out.
Thank you, guys.